call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god. Let's go.
Alright, here we go. I'm going to be doing this post video recording as a reaction. So I'm doing the Gallic Empire. Pretty solid civ. Mines give culture, as well as the Apodome has some really cool features and gets bonuses from stones. Here we go. Always starting off with +4 with the Gazete is always really nice. This starting area I kind of liked. I didn't want to start on the woods, so took a little jump over. And as I was exploring in my first steps, I found the Patala. I think that's how you say it. I'm clicking too fast. So yeah, just getting it going. Found a barb camp off early, which was really nice because with Gaul you really want to rush the bronze working, and so that was my intentions here. So I started building a couple of extra troops. This map it's a tiny map with 6 other civilizations on a Terra continent. So I knew I had to be ready for war. And there I found the United States. Abraham Lincoln's a tough opponent right off the bat. Very strong. A lot of science early. I always check out, I'm playing with the Barbarian Clans mode, I always check out to see if you can buy any good troops with it. The Gazete are extremely strong early game, so using those guys against the Barbarians, easy cleanup work, right? Again, goal is to just try and get bronze working early and often and build troops. I definitely wanted to acquire gold, so I'm going to raid the clan before I promote, because I'll have an extra turn to be able to promote beforehand. Plus, it's Gazete. Honestly, won't lose to these barbs. I didn't know where that scout on the north side came from, but I don't remember what I ended up doing about it. I don't think there's much I did about it. Sweet. So then those are my 3 barbarian troops right there that I need. Got a little extra help with the Agoge, I think was the promotion I took. I can't remember what the name of the promotion is. The stronger against melee units and ranged units. Oh, I see there. I'm attacking the scout now. Starting off with the builder because I figured out mining right away, and then my goal was definitely to get through bronze working and find iron and get that started for an early bronze working push. I think was my intentions. Plus, when you the reason why you always want to go mining with Gaul is they get a culture bomb off of mines, any mines, which is extremely powerful. Plus, it gets 1 culture when you get a mine. So Gaul, it's just like you just want to build mines and quarries and production. It's just like the best production civ. One of my favorite war civs. Here you can see I'm struggling with the decision of, oh, you know what I was doing? I was saving. I read there that it said an Eagle Warrior, which I thought would be super helpful for me early on. And so I'm saving for it to try and buy it, I think. And that scout pissed me off. I was waiting for him to run back. He just kept running away from me. There I got the Eureka for bronze working. Super awesome. See, and then the scout runs the other way. Drove me nuts during the game. Not much else to do with this barbarian village except for wait to buy. You can see the United States is pushing me, which I took into account. Definitely kept building troops was my goal here. Got my builder done and protected it with my Gazete. Slingers are some of the best for defense, so I think I started wanting to prepare if the United States started coming after me. See if you guys notice my mistake. I will explain what my mistake was after it happens, but see if you notice it. Look how strong the Gazete is compared to these guys. I don't have to worry about it. I get up on the hill for better defense against the barbs. And that scout is still just chilling right there. I don't know what he was doing. I had a choice here between the slinger and the barbarian and the scout, and I went for the scout just to get it out of there because I didn't want it bringing in more troops. Plus, I knew I had that slinger coming in one turn. So here I was making the decision if I wanted to go and mine that mine, or whether I wanted to do the one where the slinger was sitting on because I knew iron was going to be displayed soon. Always moving my troops into that double attack formation. I forget what it's called, but you get it from military training. I didn't unlock it yet, but I just do it naturally just to make sure. Oh, there's my mistake. The last turn. Or was it this turn? I don't remember. Last turn. I deleted the barbarian clan village without buying the eagle artillery. That's what I totally meant to do. I had just saved up enough and I forgot to buy it. I didn't start war for a good while anyway, so it's probably worked out. I wouldn't have probably gotten any use out of it. So I got several slingers, several gazetei. I never felt like the Batala Forest, I think is what it's called, was strong enough for me to move towards it, or like on it. It is 2 food, 2 culture, but I don't feel like that's, a game-breaking wonder. So I didn't really feel the need to push towards it. So I had since I saved my gold, I spent it on a trader. My intentions here were because I'm trying to think in the future. I wanna start war against the United States, so getting some diplomatic visibility from a trading post, I figured was a smart idea. Now I'm working on my iron working here because I found some iron. Luckily, so clutch right there next to my capital. So clutch. And so now I'm doing a little bit of exploring, trying to see what America's about, what they're going to do. But I knew I had to get that diplomatic visibility, so I'm going to get that trader over to New York. I think I was trying, when I pushed my slinger closer, I was trying to get it to Washington instead of New York. But it wouldn't let me. I don't remember why. Must have been too long. I don't know. There I found Spain. Not on the water, so not a threat, really. Found another barbarian clan. But I'm already so strong at this point, I'm not worried about anything. This was probably one of my better or luckier games that I've had where the barbarians aren't absolutely destroying me. See, and then I got those 2 mines built, so I didn't have to buy any tile resources. That's the best part, too, about this civ, is that you don't have to pay for tiles. Unless if it's a mine tile that you got to buy. And then once you put the mine in, though, it's so easy. It's the best. So I started working on a settler. I hadn't, at this point, picked out where I'm going to put my settler yet. Keeping my slinger on the hill there for defensive terrain, just in case of that. I forget what they're called. That barb wants to come and attack me. I started consolidating my troops, moving them back towards my capital. I didn't know what the United States was doing. If they wanted to, I mean, they weren't looking like they were going to declare a surprise war on me. And then at this point, I started thinking this is a solid location. I started thinking about where I wanted to land my next settler. So I saw the 2 quarries there, and I was trying to decide where I wanted to put my city center, keeping in mind with the Gauls, you can't put any districts in that first inner ring around your city center. Anything but an aqueduct or maybe a dam. I don't know if the dam counts as that. You can't put any of them. And so the Oppidum too. Would have loved to double Oppidum in that stone area, but it didn't end up working out. Instead, I parked my city one up north of where I wanted the Oppidum and 1 tile to the right. So I liked this setup. And as you can see, I got a couple of mods that indicate the adjacency bonuses, so it showed for me. I like the visualization. It helps. Very helpful to see what I'm trying to get at. I wasn't planning a lot of cities for my for this civ. You don't need to. This is a very tall civ with Gaul. he can grow. He's got a lot of things he can do in just a few short turns. So again, I'm figuring out, I think I had been working ironworking at that point, but I swapped over to writing because it was pretty cheap to get real quick. I think I had enough population in my capital where I started getting enough science. And I needed a little extra boost to get ironworking. I'm not quite ready to start a war with anybody yet, so just again, biding my time, promoting my troops, that kind of thing. Which I think is an underrated value, is promoting your troops early game so that they're stronger in the late game. You don't want to, you always have to build new troops anyways, but it's very nice to have really strong troops in the beginning that get to develop throughout the game. Another thought process here, putting down the encampment. I knew I was doing war. This was a war game. Getting some great general points going early, I thought was a good idea. Plus, I had enough growth that I could build a second district soon. So I liked the idea of getting those great general points. I already started getting some iron built up. I haven't quite unlocked any of the technologies to use it yet, but that was intentional. Stole some gold from the Barbarian clan, which forced me to... this was not a fight. I felt bad. That made me so mad. How much health does he have left? I would love to see. I'll have to pay attention to that. He must have like 1 or 2 health. I kill him here. Watch. I want to see. Oh, minus 13. Why did it look like it was a for sure win, though? Whatever. Doing a little bit of scouting here down on the south side with my Gazete. I don't want to get too far away from home on the off chance that the United States does decide to go to war with me, but this is where I'm at right now. Get that second city settled, which may I say is a beautiful city. I really liked and enjoyed that city spot. I got the iron up to the north there. I got 2 quarries to help with my oppidum. I think it's an oppidum. At this point, I realized I wasn't using the iron, so I sold it because I wanted to benefit from getting a builder. So I think a builder costs 215, so I sped up my ability to be able to purchase a builder, because getting those 2 quarries online would also boost the oppidum as well as help out my city grow, because I needed a second city, a strong second city. There I finished up writing. There I cleared out the Barbarian clan. I almost had enough for a golden era this era, but I did not. I don't think. I don't remember. I might have. There I moved back to ironworking. I'm only getting 5 science per turn, so I'm struggling. I just got a lot of patience. But this actually allowed me this extra patience to start developing the rest of my pieces that I needed to prepare. So again, just keep developing, keep turning through turns, churning through turns, churning, turning, burning, burning and turning, turn and burn. That was a lot of urns. So again, not really moving my troops around too much. Finally got that builder in. I kind of forgot about it last turn, but now I got it this turn. Going through the motions, setting up those quarries. As you can see, I deleted that aqueduct. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think there's a bonus adjacency for oppidomes with the aqueduct, so I got rid of it. And now I'm just doing a little bit of scouting just to try and figure out. I think I had at this point had decided it was the United States was the first war I was going to need to go against. My science 2 isn't doing too bad. 5 science per turn. This is a Terra map, so everyone's on the same main island. So no one's gonna be really doing excessively good with science. There you can see Spain's getting settlements beliefs. They got that extra settler there. There's military tradition, which is that adjacency, which helps you fight units better. I don't know how to say that. Adjacency. Yeah, you know what I mean. Shout out to the OGs of this game that know what I mean. So I choose free inquiry. Not really a difference in any of the three there. I just didn't want the religion one for sure. Or four. I don't remember how many options. So I knew I was pushing political philosophy. I wanted to get oligarchy off the start because that +4 towards all units is extremely powerful. Unless if, of course, another civilization has that +4, which basically cancels it out. But me having it, super huge bonus. As you can see, I got that early empire, that path to the oligarchy, and unlocking it did include early empire, and I had just gotten 6 population. It felt like this game, everything was hitting on all cylinders. Everything was perfectly timed. It was really working for me. I mean, there's masonry, which again is a really useful science piece to research because it allows you to get allows you to get walls. It allows you to get the battering ram, which is helpful in war, which I had planned on trying to get, especially getting that early. That's me realizing I need to get that other iron unlocked and online because I'm not producing enough iron, 1, to sell, and 2, to promote my units. That was a part of the big game plan I had going on here. I needed to get my units promoted, and I needed the iron to do so. So here I got another builder in my capital. I didn't even pay attention. I didn't even know I had that building. Good for me. I'm debating putting down a campus. I didn't really need the campus. I was already at 2. As you can see, I got +2 science per turn from my other city, so I didn't feel the need to build the campus right away. I don't think I did. Let's see what I do. I'm really thinking about it. Oh, you know why? I was confused why it was a +2. The mines give minor adjacency bonus to all districts. I had not known that. I forgot. So I was looking, I was like, what the heck? So I'm looking at this and I read it and it says minor adjacency bonus right there. Pretty cool. You learn each time you play a civ. I love the Gauls. I play them a lot because I just love how they work. Is exactly how I want my game to play out. And so at this point, I didn't end up going for the campus, and I think I decided to do something else. I'm not totally sure. I don't know what I did from this point. There's that second quarry. And then I'm 1 turn away. I'm really close to getting that Oppidum unlocked and ironworking unlocked and having the ability to promote to swordsman. So there you can see I'm choosing a governor. I debated between the victor because I didn't want... I don't know, or was it Victor or the war governor? Because I wanted to prepare for my war, the eventual war that I knew was coming. I used that forest, I mined it out to get a second builder. I really wanted to prioritize, I think at this point, growth in my capital. I didn't have enough growth to suffice to help with loyalty, so I knew that was my next step. Now I got the Oppidum built. I knew I needed another builder, so I went up and purchased it with gold on the second city on Dividorum, however you say that. I didn't want to research any science bits or pieces that I hadn't gotten the Eureka for yet. I really utilize Eurekas. I feel they're extraordinarily important. Getting that barracks online, I think, was very important. See, I got my second builder going there because then I'm just going to start trying to build mines. I ended up throwing down that campus. I don't know why I didn't do it earlier. Sometimes that's just how my brain works. An interesting choice up here on that northern city. So again, just focusing on development, getting those builders out, mining out any resources that I could to help me grow faster. Getting the barracks up was important. I wanted to be able to build troops fast and quickly if I needed to. Animal husbandry discovered, and I had 0 horses. But I got the iron. I will not complain. I got the iron, and I prefer the iron. So at this point, I knew my Oppidum was going to start in this city, the Dividrum. So I mined it out and placed it. But here I made a decision. I can't remember. I didn't want to use it. Or I didn't want to build it right away. At this point, I started thinking I needed to build more troops. So I knew I had to finish my barracks, and I knew I needed to get more production in my capital city to get more Gazetei. So I decided to finish up that monument instead, which wasn't a bad idea because culture is always important, and this civ does well in culture, but it's never bad to have more. Got a little extra gold from Spain there on the open borders trade. I kept an eye on the United States. Their state workforce. Government Plaza is extremely powerful, but I don't think I used it this game that well. So there's an extra mine. Again, getting a little extra more culture. I basically doubled my culture in those last 2 turns. I knew I needed to get that farm up. Growth is extremely important in cities. More population means more tiles you can work for production. Production's king. Population's how you get that production. So there's Pingala. I went for a promotion there, the science promotion on Pingala, because I needed a little extra science just to benefit. I knew late game or mid game, whatever you want to call it, I was going to need that backed up science. So here I'm double checking, making sure I'm getting my great admiral point, great general points. No one was going for him. Love to see it. That's a good tell that your war is going to go well. If you're going up somebody with like 3 great generals, just give up. They're going to beat you. So there you see I'm building a few more Gazetes. Shout out to anybody that actually knows how to say that word. I don't. I think I said it. I think I'm saying it right. I'm not totally sure. United States being absolutely lame. I don't know what he said. I had just discovered irrigation, so I was thinking on, again, upgrading those tiles where I can grow. I made a decision there. I skipped over on the hills with the snow without the iron on it because I knew it was going to expand. I knew I needed those trees to mine out for my Oppidum. So I've been waiting, obviously. I got my Oppidum in right there. I didn't want it built right away, actually. My growth had picked up and my production had picked up. I didn't want my Oppidum done right this turn. There you see I'm also researching masonry so I can get that battering ram as well as walls, as well as the ability to mine out stone. I don't think I ever mined out stone, but a little tidbit fact there for that. So moving on, pulled my builder out. I think I'm like in the middle of decision making here. I'm deciding how to do it. Again, I wasn't totally sure how to play that. I didn't want to build my Oppidum right away. I wanted to get a few more troops to be able to promote. You could still build Gazetes, even though you have iron working unlocked and you have the ability to build swordsmen, you could still build Gazetes. So I knew I needed to keep that cost low and plan to be able to promote and have gold for him in the future. So here I had finished that original trader, which was really great. Now I got to go back down to Washington, which was a +7 gold too. But I ended up going and switching over to Nanmandol. Interesting. So here I choosing some decent research choices. There you can see it's the 6 civs there on a tiny map, which is it was a lot of fun. It helped my computer run a little better because it was less stuff going on. So there you see I'm just trying to get raw gold. Never trade if you're going to war with somebody. This was the only choice I had, so I had to choose it. If you're ever going to war with somebody, don't take gold per turn. Take gold up front. That way you could trade them the oranges for say 30 turns, but say I want all my gold up front, which is less up front right away, but you get it for sure. And then you could declare war on them 5 turns from then, not be paying them any gold, and you get to steal your citrus back, and you still have the full amount that you requested to get paid for. It's a little bit of a hack, kind of nice. Definitely the best way I do it. There you see I'm building my battering ram, which I think was a great time to start doing that. There you see I switch off of my Oppidum. I don't want it yet. I'm waiting on it. So I build out a builder. I have another turn on it. Actually, I think I do decided this turn. One less turn. Is that? Can't see there. Yeah. So I finished my Oppidum. And I end up going for it. I'm in that war preparation mode, And so I got a decent amount of gold saved up. I got my battering prepared, and so you can see here I'm starting to figure out financially how much all this is going to cost me. Focusing on a builder, again, of developing that second city. Here you see again, I'm focusing on selling all my iron. I don't want to give iron to Abraham. That was one point I made sure I didn't do. I didn't sell any iron to Abraham. He was going to kick my butt. So I'm not going to war with Spain, so I chose the gold per turn over the raw gold, which helps me in the end, in the long run. Here you see America looks like they might be trying to attack me for war, but I think they ended up actually going for Nan Madol. But they looked pretty strong at this point. I think they had 35 health. Oops. So here I'm just thinking about what kind of tiles, what kind of cards I want to put in. I'm starting to get that political philosophy in. I was thinking about, so what I was looking for here was the mercenaries so that I could try and get the cheaper upgrades, but obviously I wasn't quite there yet. Here, just thinking about what technologies I wanted to get researched next, and moving on, preparing for war. Dun dun dun. So I swapped off of the growth because I had focused growth there for a little bit, but then I pushed production to get that battering ram out because I was really excited. There you see that. Look at that swordsman right there. Yeah. This is when I started getting a little nervous. I was like, uh-oh, hopefully this works out. So finally got that builder done. I knew I had to get a few more units in, so a little more protection into. I guess I did the wall there. Again, focused growth. I think I sent that builder actually down to my capital to keep focusing growth. Not too sure. So here, again, just selling off to get gold. So this time I did do it towards the United States. I guess he had already had it, so maybe that's why I said, screw it, I'll just give it to him. I needed the gold. I think it cost, there you can see it just cost 210 to promote the Gazete, as well as 20 iron. Is it 20 or 10? I think it was 20 iron. So that's an expensive cost right off the front, right up at the beginning. So there's political philosophy. Pushing that for oligarchy, absolutely the best. Which gives you extra production, gives you extra strength for your units as well as faster experience growth, which is just absolutely vital to early war. Here I'm deciding what I want to do, a Goge, or I end up going with, I can't read that, Strategos. +2 great general points per turn, which is great. I think that actually pushed me over the edge. Yeah, so I'm still hunting that great general. Again, just snowballing at this point. I really was preparing for this butt kicking that I was about to serve to the United States. I was a little nervous, though. They did have those swordsmen, but Gazetes are really strong against swordsmen even. Here I'm deciding which ones I want to upgrade first. I think I end up going for both the front guys. There you see I just sold my iron and I was like, oh crap, needed it for this. But that's okay. So moving on, prepping. There's some ancient walls. I wanted to make sure if he did kick in my butt, I had a backup plan that I wasn't gonna get murked. So culturally didn't have a lot to go and discover, so I just kind of threw in mysticism there. You see in Dividrome, I'm building more slingers because I wanted that protection. I was skipping out on upgrading or researching archery because I wanted to save that after I built a few more slingers, utilizing that low production cost and swapping it for a gold upgrade later. So here I started my push, getting prepped and ready to start to declare war on the United States. Building a few more mines. This city was set up very well with the grassland mines, the 2-3 tiles. Those are great. 2 production, 2 food, 3 production, and 1 culture. So you're paying off the 1 population that it uses to work that tile, as well as you're getting 3 production for it and 1 culture. Great tile. Great tiles. There's 3 of them. Can't ask for better than that. That's insane. And you get the same thing almost with that 1 stone, with the masonry stone thing, stone deposit there. It's great. So now moving closer, moving forward. I think at this point I had declared war on the Americas, and so right now, right here, is where I will pause. Call it a day. And I'll see you guys for episode 2. Peace.
Cause I don't forget shit like an elephant. Go ahead and tempt me, put it on the line and you'll come up empty. If I got time, I'm deadly. Never caught off guard, no, I'm always ready. I got a hand real steady. Look me in the eye and you'll see no hezzy. About to get real messy. I'll put you in a grave 6 feet like Kenny.